everybody. Welcome to another live. I am Chef Val. Hold on. All right, let's try this again. You can hear me now, right? Oh,
Yes.
Technology is so much fun. So I am Chef Val, and I'm coming to you live again because it is an incredible week going on. The Ultimate Vegan Health and Weight Loss Bundle has been released, and it's available right now. And if you haven't heard about this bundle, it's a tremendous deal. There are over 115 of us that have contributed to this ultimate bundle. It's ebooks, it's yoga courses, it's cooking classes, it's recipes, it's doctors like Dr. McDougall giving lectures all about a healthy, whole foods lifestyle. And of course, we're all vegan. Now, this bundle has over $6,000 worth of merchandise, and it's only $49. But it's only available until February 12th. So I believe that's 4 or 5 days left. You only have on my website, macroval.com, right on the homepage. Boom, click there, you buy the bundle. Now, after February 12th, you won't be able to get this bundle. So you better act fast. And you know what's amazing about this bundle is I have been meeting these incredible, wonderful, sweet, nice, informative people. And I have one today that I'm going to interview. This is Vicki Brett-Gach, and she is the Arbor Vegan Kitchen. So we're both in Michigan. Yay! She's a vegan coach. She's a whole food, plant-based cooking instructor. She's a blogger. And she contributed to the bundle these really nice cooking videos. I watched her videos. She's very organized and her recipes look delicious. And it's plant-based meals all week, next level batch cooking. So, Vicki, welcome to my live. Hello. How are you doing?
Hello, for having me. I'm doing great. It's such an exciting week full of about the bundle and share this passion project that all of these, excluding you and I, have had that we've had an opportunity to participate in this huge experts contributing all of this material that is here short time to in this particular collection to buy for 10 days. And I left this end Sunday. Here we are Thursday already. This week is flying by, but you're so to meet all of these other professionals that are doing this work, creating, people like you creating the recipes in your kitchen, people like Dr. Presenting their lectures, all of these people with cookbooks and fitness, yoga training, and information about gut health, and helped understand food addiction and how to curb cravings and stop. There's really, I feel like, something for everyone here, because everyone's healthier, everyone, whether you're already on a plant-based path or when you're just starting to think about it, but everyone knows how smart it is to add more. So what a great place to start, or if you're already on the journey, to get more excited and have, there's just an amazing amount of information here. And like the thing vanishes at the end of midnight on Sunday, and then this is no longer in this way ever again for $49. It's just everything separates back out. They all sell it at their own retail price. So it's over $6,000 worth of material. It's kind of crazy. It's like you kind of have to do this no matter we're going to find exciting. I'm really excited about your recipes, and I haven't had a chance to look closely yet, but it's on my list to download. I definitely, want to learn more about the and super exciting. Yeah. It's a pretty cool week.
It is a very cool week. And Vicki and I were, we met each other. We kind of talked on the phone. And I think that what we have in common, both of us, is we have worked with people who have overcome dis-ease. I like to have it dis-ease because the body is a miraculous thing, and it has the ability to heal itself. But we have to feed it healthy, whole foods from Mother Nature, which is what the bundle is all about, in order for the body to be strong enough to heal itself. So I thought it would be interesting today if Vicki shared, you could either share your own personal healing story or maybe your best healing story about someone you worked with and, how they were able to, get their body stronger, overcome some type of dis-ease, because food is medicine, right?
Absolutely. And I loved that question because that is one of the most exciting things about, experiences, working with one-on-one with clients, groups, helping them figure out ways in their own kitchen to make food available that will heal. And so when you talk about, the healing of food as medicine, my own story isn't super dramatic, but it's just reducing my cholesterol and my high blood pressure and losing 10 pounds. Nothing that, jaw dropping, just regular good health, in my health, and completely painless just by eating lots of good, filled with, potatoes and vegetables and salads and soups. But one of the most dramatic stories that I've been able to participate in come to mind, but one of them is that I was invited by St. Joseph's Hospital to help them with a pilot program to type 2 or to reverse type 2 diabetes through diet, and different pilot programs running a total of between them about 14 weeks. We were able to take and get them from medications, a whole long list of medications, and literally the people who complied, meaning not everyone did, not every the food, and continued coming back to the program to continue learning what to do. Those that did completely were able to reverse needing medication for type 2 diabetes. In my eyes. Now, I work with clients all the time across the country, one at a time, who are able need for medication or completely reverse their diabetes. But this is a whole group of auditorium at St. Joseph's Hospital who, as they came back week after to eat this food, I did some cooking programs. They had lectures. I was actually helping for them for a free dinner before their lectures. Like, I got to meet these people and see them and, go from an unhealthy weight to a healthier size and be able to normalize their blood sugar to the point that they no longer need medication. It's like really amazing. And there was a group of staff members, so people who worked at the hospitals. So two different, very different kind of focus groups that were part of these studies. Both cases, all of these people were able to completely get healthy. So it's, to me, exactly what you said when you talk about dis-ease, that it's really true to heal itself. We just have to give it the right conditions to do so. We just have to keep these what our bodies need to be healthy. It's as simple as that. And gosh, it's no one's fault that they don't know about this until they learn about it. But once you know that, where was this information? Well, here it is, all in the bundle, like in a concentrated way, to your kitchen and feed yourself good food and teach yourself some new good habits that'll.
Yes. Yeah, that's wonderful. All those people overcoming diabetes. I know diabetes is a lifestyle disease. It's from what you put in your mouth. And I've been teaching that for 26 years. There was a few years back, I was giving lectures at the Westland Library because I'm in Westland. And I would have a lecture every month, and they were different topics. But I had these two very nice ladies that were in the audience, and they came to all my lectures. And in every lecture, I would talk about whatever the topic was. But in every lecture, I told people, here's your first step. Just start eating brown rice. Just cook up a pot of brown rice. Just start eating it. Before I take anything out of your diet, just start eating brown rice. So the lady, after going to my lectures for over a year, she said, can I give my testimonial? I said, absolutely. She goes, I enjoyed all your lectures. And she goes, I finally decided, Val keeps saying, eat brown rice. I'm going to do it. She goes, well, let me tell you, she goes, I had arthritis and I had trouble getting around. She goes, yeah, I could hardly go upstairs. She goes, so I just started eating brown rice, 3 meals a day, all the time. She goes, I haven't taken anything out of my diet yet. She goes, that's my next step. But she said, I am now not only able to walk upstairs, I can run upstairs. Just from that one simple change. Yeah. And that was her testimonial.
Well, that is fantastic. That kind of says it all. That just something so simple as into your diet can help to move you in the, along the scene. That's so dramatic. Someone who could barely walk up the stairs, now she can run. I mean, that's fine for you.
Because the brown rice is so full of antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory. So what I contributed to the bundle are 3 one-hour cooking classes. And the first one is brown rice and boiled vegetables. And I go through the health benefits of brown rice. There's a lot of them. And then the second one is the whole grain millet with a quick millet breakfast soup. And the third one is the whole grain kasha, which I happen to have a plate of it right here. And I did a vegetable stew with a ginger sauce with fresh ginger juice. So my contribution to the bundle was focusing on whole grains and the health benefits of them and why it's so important. So it's a really easy step for people to do. My recipes, I went simple because the bundle is for everybody. The bundle is for beginners. It's for people who have been doing it for a few years. But there's also a lot of information in there that I am thoroughly enjoying, having, been doing this for 26 years. So this bundle has something for everybody. Tell us a little bit more about what you contributed.
Yeah, thank you. You are absolutely, what I contributed is kind of what I sort of feel is one of my areas in, and that's trying to make eating this way, a healthy eating style, trying to make it doable, sustainable, and accessible, really easy, because I feel like it's got to be easy to make it something that people will find. Can't be too tricky, and everything I have is pretty much all easy recipes, all in one bowl, or all are. Not a lot of ingredients in most cases, and not anything hard, simple, basic stuff. And kind of stems from the idea of batch cooking. So this is what I do. I wasn't always vegan. I've been vegan. I'm impressed by your 26 years, Val. I'm 12 years and whole food, plant-based for about 10 of those. So my first couple of years I was vegan all the way to the way that I eat now. But over the years I have learned what works for me. Partly because I have a family that wasn't accustomed. I've always kind of loved cooking, but I don't have time for it every day. That love cooking, and a lot of people do not. So I try to make things very easy, so that even if you didn't do something that you can throw together pretty easily. I've got, and I don't know if you can see, yes, you can. I am making brown and black rice. One of the recipes it's barely a recipe, it's kitchen right now, but I've got that in the rice cooker, so I'm going to have that ready in a little while. It's one of the things that I like to do. So I call this batch level or next level batch cooking, because there's a recipe in here. I'm going to look at my, this is the front cover share. It's called Plant-Based Meals All Week, Next Level Batch Cooking for. On the cover, let's see if I can move this. I'll take the plastic away. So this is one of my burger recipes that's in this book, and it's called the Tempeh Bean Burger Recipes. That is not hard. Everything goes into a food processor to blend together, and some seasonings, an onion, and it all bakes up, and you get 12 burgers. Today, tomorrow, maybe a couple of different meals during the week, and then you can freeze the rest so that you've got a few meals to begin to rotate in and out. And so that's what I try to do. I try to make enough for several meals. You know, midweek I might be tired of those flavors, and then I make something else for a few days, and that's generally how I do it. But sometimes I'll do many things. It kind of depends on the schedule. So what I created with my plant-based meals all week mini course, it is 3 20-minute videos along with it I just showed that has 11 recipes that each has a to show you some of the ways, some of the things I make week after week that include a salad and a salad dressing, a cheese sauce, some roasted vegetables, my smoky spiced beans, salads, layers, my ranch dressing, a dessert that's a no-bake fudge bar, my in the oven of steel cutouts along with some frozen fruit, my rice and a pot of soup, and my red lentil and black bean soup. So it's 11 different recipes, more than you probably need a whole week, but enough to kind of rotate in and out. These are among my favorites that I make week in and out, and so I'm sharing them because it's what I do in my own work, in my own week clients.
Yeah, when I looked at your video, the tempeh black bean burgers, yum. I have made quite a few tempeh burgers. The tempeh is one of my favorite foods, but I never thought to combine tempeh with black beans. That's so unique. And I was going to mention your no-bake mocha fudge bars too, but you already mentioned those because I remember those in the video too. So
those are very good.
So
bars are really good. Go ahead.
To tempt even more taste buds, I'm going to share a few more things. So Chef Julia Dunaway contributed a whole book to the bundle called Japanese Plant-Based Cooking, and it's dedicated to her mom. And of course, this was near and dear to my heart because she uses miso, sea vegetables, tofu, all of which is my background in macrobiotic cooking. So she had a kabocha squash bread recipe, and I use kabocha squash. Not very many people are familiar with it. So I took her bread recipe and I made muffins. And I put
delicious.
My homemade blueberry jam in the middle of the muffins.
Oh my goodness. That sounds just delicious. She was talking live with Chef Julia yesterday, and she was showing that bread. And so your muffins look like they kind of take it elevated even more with that blueberry. Lovely.
Yeah, really Chef Chef Julia Dunaway was on was it Kathy Hester? She made the bread. Yeah. And then what did you say?
Right.
Was she on Was she on Chef AJ?
No, I actually just saw she and I had a cram yesterday for a few minutes in our kitchens, and she was things she was putting together from the recipes that she had handy, and they all look amazing. And when you bring up that she contributed a book in Japanese, there's another book that's all about Costa Rican recipes, vegan, and someone else, I'm trying to think of someone else who did Mexican tacos or something like that. There's raw food. There's so many, an array that is too long to mention. It's too long. It's page after page. And, I'm just going to say this because sometimes I've had a couple of people contact me and say, I'm in the bundle, but not everything. Do I have to take it all? Well, the answer is but you can download, you can pick and choose what you download, explore, and then decide all on your computer. You don't have to download all of it. You can put it on a thumb drive, things, but I'm quite sure you'll want much more than you expect. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think people are going to be surprised. Like I did an Instagram live with the Yummy Vegan who submitted all smoothies. And I don't do smoothies personally, but I looked at her ebook and the first half of the book was so informative about why she chose to put this ingredient with this ingredient, why this is anti-inflammatory and how this is going to help you. So, you know, for me, a smoothie is a dessert. Maybe in the middle of summer, I might use one of her recipes as a dessert. So you think you may not, but then if you look at it, what's in there is
Agreed.
so informative and it's so complete and everything. Everybody's unique thing in the bundle, you're going to learn something from. You really are.
I think that's such a good point because I think each of us kind of goes into a collection of material thinking that we have certain interests, but there's some new interests. I was talking to people yesterday helping me understand about our kitchen. Nothing to do with the food, but just with the containers we might store things. Dr. Stephanie Peacock, who's talking about the relationship between our health, we store our food in, plastic containers versus glass and things like that use so much information, even for people who are, pretty educated on, still so much, always new stuff to learn for everybody. So yeah, it's just is.
Yeah. All right. I got one more creation here. This is from Kathy Allen Davis. And she submitted to the bundle Super Veg Bowls. And what's interesting about what she contributed is kind of like she does like a bunch of sauteed onions, a bunch of sauteed mushrooms, and then she puts them in various different things and she creates these sauces. So I was immediately drawn to one of her recipes using seitan because not that many people use seitan. So I went to the store to buy seitan and guess what? They didn't have any. So I substituted tempeh. And we just talked about tempeh because I love tempeh. So this is onions and mushrooms and tempeh. And then this mustard sauce that uses both yellow mustard and Dijon mustard. I'm a huge mustard fan. Yellow mustard is my favorite condiment. So I created this.
Ooh.
So this is the tempeh and the mushrooms and the onion. And I served it over brown rice with the drizzle of the mustard sauce. And I did sweet potatoes with the mustard sauce on it. Yeah. And this mustard. Yeah, that mustard sauce is
definitely
really good. I mean, if you paid $49 and you got these 3 recipes, you got what Vicki submitted, and you got what I submitted, right there, the $49, I mean, that's way more than $49 worth of recipes and information and education.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's well worth the price.
Example, Chef AJ created a new book that I'm sure you know about too. And it was ready. It's with videos. I think it's got 50 recipes plus. She was about to release that new course for $97, and instead, so just for the $49, you can book that. Oh, I'm sorry, you're hearing my dog bark. Getting all of that plus so much more. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of 2,000 recipes. An entire conference, the National Health Association's conference, 32 videos. It costs thousands of dollars to attend these things. I don't know if that specific one, definitely many hundreds at least. And, for this $49, you get, there's an experts that are part of that conference as well. So item after item that on top of each other, each of them, I think every single thing in there are than the $49 as a retail value. But when you add it together, it turns out to be like something that you get all of these things. So it's yeah, it really is too good to pass up. We do a lot of, I'll just say, you and I have had a chance to meet, and I'm so happy to be meeting people during the know before, but many of these times I'm already following you, but in person yet. But I don't usually do a lot of live events like this with promotes a product of this sort. This is just such an exception. It's bringing everyone out of the woodwork to talk about it, because most of us are just kind of usually working on with clients or some small groups. But here we are, really out there about this, because there's only hours left to get this, truly, because this thing like that to purchase this till midnight on Sunday. So yeah, you got it here. There will be another bundle next year, but it'll never be this one. It'll be new material that they did. So you just can't let this go.
No. And if you want to purchase the bundle, you can go to macroval.com. It's right on my homepage. And then Vicki, I think you're going to be on Chef AJ tomorrow. I think you mentioned that to me. So tell us about your appearance and tell us your website and how people can get a hold of you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I actually am going to be live on Chef AJ's show tomorrow morning, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to be making one of the cookbook, my plant-based meals all week ebook, and it's going to be milky spice beans. And I'm going to show you 5 different ways to use them, because that's kind of part of the fun, is make new ways to repurpose it, to turn it into 5 different meals. And coming up tomorrow, please join me then. And my website is AnnArborVeganKitchen.com. I have a brand new cookbook that I released this past year as well, called the plant, and there's information about that too. But if you'd like to get the bundle, also take a peek at A2 Vegan Kitchen, and on Facebook you'll find me as Ann Arbor Vegan Brett-Gach. And thanks for including that. But yeah, just take a look. I'm putting your link into the comments so that you can go. It doesn't matter where you go, just make sure you get it.
Yeah. And one of the things I'm most excited about in the bundle, the yoga certification course. This is a complete yoga course. Once you go through it, you will be a certified yoga teacher. I have been doing yoga for over 20 years. So when I saw this, I was so excited. I've already started watching her videos, and they're so in depth. And she tells you like the story and the history of yoga, which is so fascinating to me. And so I am interviewing Angelica at 3:00 on my radio show, Real Food with Chef Val. And so any yoga enthusiast, you really want to get this bundle, because it's
absolutely.
I mean, even if for somebody who's been doing yoga for 20 years, I'm learning stuff from her, because she's teaching you how to teach it. So she's, really, in depth. There's so much information there.
So much information. And I'm interested in yoga teacher training. I mean, for $49, that to be able to get that kind of information and certification through for a price like that.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, well, we're wrapping up here. Any last minute thoughts, Vicki?
I'd just like to say, Chef Val, it's been really a pleasure meeting you, and that we can reconnect again soon. I'm so glad that we've discovered we're neighbors, actually. So very nice to meet you. Thank you for having me on your very nice to talk with you. And if anyone has any questions for me, please always feel free to contact through Facebook, Instagram, or my website, AnnArborVeganKitchen.com.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching another live stream, and go out and get the bundle before it expires. All right. Thank you, Vicki.